Kids are going to go through anxious thought loops. It's a part of them learning how their mind and bodies work. And sometimes you can even see it when it's happening for them. They'll think a scary thought that will create an icky feeling in their body, and that emotion fuels more thoughts to happen in their head, and they're getting set into that loop. And it can feel all encompassing and like there's nothing else except for that anxious loop when a kid is in it. And you might find that they have the same thing that they loop again and again, and you're not sure how to help them. I want to work on that today. And I'm not actually going to work on what's happening that moment with them in that anxious looping pattern. Yes, there are great strategies to support them in that moment, whether they're breathing exercises that you do with them, whether they're body awareness exercises. There are certainly practices that you can do. We could talk about those in a separate video. But what I really want to look at today is creating an experience for your child in moments when they're not in those anxious loops that is completely separate from that anxiety looping pattern and is like a safe haven or an alternate place to go to help pop the bubble that that anxious looping is all that there is. Okay, it's a highly effective, incredibly powerful technique, and I want to teach it to you today. My name is Darcy Sky. I'm an educator and a coach, and I help kids, parents, and educators work through anxiety. All right, so let's get into the nitty gritty of this technique. It is going to be using heart based skills, which are the skills that I like to work with most when we're working with anxiety, as anxiety is so intensely a mental and emotional experience, and our heart transcends the mental and the emotional. It can experience and be with both, but our heart goes even beyond it. So I want to help you develop two specific skills: presence and awe. The purpose of this is so that you create a relational space with your child where they can just be with you, separate from mental noise, separate from the roller coaster of emotions. There is a place where you and your child can just be together. It's an intensely powerful space. It's absolutely worth creating and cultivating. And I'm going to teach you a practice that will help you to do it with your child right now. We are going to use as our wonderful model these flowers. All right, so let's just take them in for a moment. You're going to bring in all your thoughts and judgments about these flowers. So you might be like, oh, their color, their type, what you see, how alive or how wilting or whatever. It might be, oh, they're yellow, they're orange, they're magenta, they're wilting, they're vibrant. I remember dahlias from my past, or I'd like to get dahlias in the future, or I wonder where she got those flowers, or I wonder how expensive they were. I wonder if someone gave them to her, or right? Thoughts, 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 thoughts. Okay, get those out. Great. Now, we are going to practice going into a space of no thoughts as we're with these flowers and just be with them. All right, we're going to do that process first. Then we'll add the second step. So we're just going to be with them. Let's practice this. No thoughts, no judgments, positive or negative. None. No time, meaning past memories or future hopings. None. You go into a space of no thought, and you can use your breath to help you focus. And what I also like to use in these times is I bring my attention to my actual heart space in my body, and I bring my attention there. Again, there's not thought about it. It's just attention. Okay? So let's go ahead and practice this. You can even close your eyes to start and just take a couple nice deep breaths. Just focus on your breath and your breathing. And then, with all attention on your breathing and on your heart. Open your eyes and just take in these flowers, practicing no thoughts. Good. Okay. Did you try it? Okay. Now we're going to add the second step. You're going to behold them like you're just with them, no thoughts, right? That's the presence. And now you take them in a way that beholds them with the most just pure love. You get to just take them in. Just take them in. Behold them. It's a very special skill of the heart to just take something in. No thoughts. Just receive it. And now for the third and final step is it's a little more actiony, which is exciting. You get to say hi. All right. So you just no thoughts, breathing, connection with your heart, be with the flowers. Number two, you take them in with love and beholding, no thoughts or judgment still. And number three, you say hi, hi, hi. All right. That was your practice. Because here's now what you get to do. You get to do this with your child. And there's a very specific time I like to do this. When I first see them in the morning when they're awake. So if I wake them up, yes, I get to behold them and appreciate them, but that's not the moment that creates that relationship space and models for them what we're talking about. I do it when they first come downstairs and I see them for the first time. My mind might want to jump in and think, oh my gosh, their shirt's on backwards, or oh my gosh, they've got toothpaste all over their face, or oh my gosh, their hair is a mess, or oh, I got to ask them what they want for lunch, or no, this is not the time for that. This is the time to create a space of being in the relationship between you. It's intensely powerful for the child, and it's also intensely powerful for you, okay? It strengthens the relational space between the two of you. All right, so you just behold them as you see them, you take them in, and you get to say, hi. That's literally all, but it's so powerful. And I want you to do eye contact with them, meaning you're looking at them. They might meet you in the eye contact or not, but they'll feel your non-thought, non-judgment gaze beholding them. All right, and that creates this relational space to just be. All right. And in case your mind is going with thoughts that says, yeah, but I'm their parent or I'm their teacher, I need to tell them to put their shirt on so it's not backwards. I need to teach them how to read and write. I need to write. I need to do all these things that actually do shape their behavior or teach them things. I actually need to do that. You absolutely do. You're right. It's an and into your relationship. You're adding this relational space into your relationship. You're not doing it instead of those other things, but you're not mixing them. Okay. You get to have a time that is 100% just you taking them in. And this is what I find about the power of this space. Because your eyes are part of it, your eyes are a huge part that communicate to the child that state that you're in. Children are sensitive to how they are received. They are more sensitive than adults, I find. Their minds aren't as crusty and haven't gotten as rigid in the way they expect to be seen. So they are more porous energetically. Their energy field is more porous to how they're received. So they will feel this difference in how you take them in. And it will then feel to them like that there exists a place of non-judgment. Exists a place to just be. This is an incredibly powerful antidote that they know that this exists when they are in those anxious mind-based loops, anxious thought looping patterns. All right? This way of being is an energy that is an alternate space for them to go to and to remind themselves that it exists. When they have that, I find children's anxious loop patterns lessen. And when they do go into them, they don't go into them for as long in the moments, like they're not in it as long in that moment. But also, they don't need to cycle through them for as many weeks or as many months as you find sometimes certain things that kids get nervous or scared about. They can loop, and it feels like weeks or even months that they're worried about this one very specific thing, right? To me, that's an invitation. When you see those things happening, it's an invitation to create this space with your child. Let me know any questions that come up. Again, like I said, it's a simple process. It's intensely profound. It's very impactful. And it's also rather rare. So if you're just learning this, if this feels pretty new, I welcome any questions you have. I welcome hearing how it goes as you practice it. Also, what I find is that it does not take long for the child to feel this difference and have some kind of shift occur. And I'm here for you to share about those shifts, share about what you notice, and then I can help you get to the next step based on what your child is showing for what they need next.